Testing, testing. All right, we are go.
Live?
Live.
Sweet. What are you drinking?
We got the Westside Barbell coffee today.
Westside.
Just dark roast.
Have time run for a quick selfie, you know.
All right, always.
Yep.
In this 21st century.
Right.
Mm.
You didn't take a picture of it. It didn't happen.
Nope. Buddy of mine that trains at Westside hooked me up with this.
So this is the Westside Barbell Original Blend.
It is. Strong old coffee, my friend.
I wouldn't expect nothing less.
Yeah. No. Definitely the original pre-workout right here.
Yeah, like you see all these like gummies and shit with caffeine in them and all that. Like, just have a cup of coffee, lift some heavy weights.
That's how it goes. That's what
Don't
you should do.
bitch.
Come on. Yeah. This is good.
Yeah, it's nice.
This is like some old school coffee
I was
right
gonna say
here.
it's just some coffee ass coffee.
Yeah,
But
this is
it's
just
good.
this is just coffee made coffee.
Like I want one of those big indestructible thermoses full of this, and I want to go and like break up some stuff.
that and a hard hat. Yeah, seriously.
I want to go and demolish something and just drink all this.
Yeah, but I mean, as usual, I made it in my coffee press, so it's like maximum goodness.
Yeah. Your instant coffee saved us in Iceland several times.
Did it?
Yeah.
Did I give you enough?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
It was perfect. It was like just like based on like some days like we had to get to the gym like early or something, or and, like places didn't open early there. Like they opened maybe at like 9 or 10, 11. Like
oh wow.
And they would close at like 6 p.m. So like
dang.
You have a short
window.
window.
Yeah.
So like some days like, oh fuck, we don't have, the coffee won't be open, so like we gotta be there by 8, this, that, whatever. So we'd throw some instant, be good to go, like Korean instant, some of the cafe Distillo,
Wow.
So we were on the fly. We're good there, so thank you.
Oh, you're
Saved
welcome.
us.
Oh, I'm glad that worked out.
Saved us.
I almost forgot to give it to you.
Yeah, but like the coffee there is great.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's really good. I mean,
Nice.
I drank a lot of just espresso all week just because it was nice and balanced and what I felt like drinking, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
But it was good before training, just a quick espresso shot,
Yep.
Get that concentrated workout.
Get ready. Yeah.
Yeah.
How was it though? Like
It was incredible, like all aspects. Like, the camp was amazing. Like you just learned. I mean, it was basically like a shotgun schedule. Like you,
oh cool.
They just offer whatever, and you go to what you want to go to, and then you go and do whatever you want else.
Oh, nice.
Elsewhere.
That's cool.
So like, I'd say we get up, get coffee, go to the gym, hit 3, 4, 5 classes, whatever, roll, and then go and sightsee or hang out or experience some fish soup or lamb soup or some different type of food or something, or they have
Nice.
the only like Icelandic spirit is like this black licorice liquor.
Oh,
and
neat.
It's god awful.
Yeah, black licorice, man.
It was.
Ooh.
That's like big. They like licorice, a lot of licorice stuff.
Yeah.
And like a lot of like frozen yogurt and like salt and like like just gross shit.
Black licorice.
I'm like, oh no. I'm like,
although black licorice in tea is good.
I
like it in
there's
tea.
a place for it.
Yeah, because that's nice and it's very soothing.
And very occasionally, not like every day, all day, like freaking.
No, that's funny. Cultural differences.
Yeah.
They'd come down here and be like, "What's up with the potato chips?
Yeah, exactly.
Why the fuck does everyone eat potato?"
Yeah, they great hot dogs, like lamb hot dogs. And
Lamb
stuff.
hot dogs. Ooh.
Yeah, very good. But yeah, the camp is great. Learned a lot of I closed up a lot of just gaps that I had, and then just being a student all week.
That's fun.
That's just what I didn't get. I never ever had the pressure of teaching, or was never expected to do anything. You know what I mean? So it was great.
Yeah.
So I just got to hang out and do what we wanted. So
that's super cool, man.
Yeah. Ponies everywhere.
Ponies
and lambs, and the Icelandic ponies are really cool. Like they are like valued for their gait, their specific walk and stuff like that.
Nice.
And how they trot and all that stuff.
Like the John Travolta of ponies.
Pretty much, but then and like their hair
struts.
is great. Their hair is awesome. They have great hair for ponies.
Very nice.
But like you can't even. So like, if a pony leaves the island, it's not allowed to come back to the island because of like diseases other horses might give it and stuff like that. So it's gone.
Oh, whoa.
When you export an Icelandic horse, it's gone.
It's gone forever. It can never go home again.
Like, other horses can't come into the island and stuff like that. Like, they're very strict with their ponies.
Dang, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Saw some Puffin Penguins when we were on the black sand beach.
Yo!
So they were like fishing and doing
Puffin
crazy
Penguins
stuff.
just hanging out?
Yeah, it was really cool.
Were they doing judo?
Yeah, they're just running around, but they're very skilled little hunters. They would just fly in and dive, do like a little backflip and dive under and get in the sweet.
That's cool.
Very acrobatic.
Awesome.
But yeah, we saw some just incredible things. Just, you know, the waterfalls. Like, you can just, like, I ran down, filled up my water bottle in the waterfall, and good to go.
Heck yeah, you got
sweet.
the power.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I like it.
Almost died getting it, so that's part of the gig too. So,
well, you know,
you gotta earn that water.
It's part of the power there. That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, it's an incredible country. So the Blue Lagoon, like, that's more of like a touristy spot. But like, even then, I thought it was cool. Like, it's geothermal water,
cool.
and there'd be like, silica mud masks and stuff like that.
Like,
oh, nice. It's super cool. Like, I would recommend anyone go there. Like, for sure. Like 10 out of 10. Like, there's zero crime. Like, it's like virtually no crime.
Everyone's just cool.
I saw like maybe a cop the whole time.
He was chilling.
Yeah, and he wasn't. He was just hanging out. Like, he wasn't busy. So, but like, the biggest thing I know is just like graffiti. And like, even then, a lot of it's like cordoned off, so like they let them do it. So it's like,
so is it good graffiti?
Yeah.
That's nice. I love when there's graffiti spots. Like, we're going to quarantine this off, make your graffiti. Yeah. That's cool, because then people have a place they can just tag and draw. And,
and that's pretty much what a lot of places were. Like, there's the building of these huge pieces of, graffiti, or just these huge murals and stuff like that. It's super cool.
Cool.
But temperature was great, probably like 50s, 60s, kind of like, rainy a little bit sometimes, but then like it would burn off, and it would be, again, like 60 in the sun. It'd be like the nice spring we don't have here anymore.
Oh, dang, yeah. Spring, what's that? Yeah.
Banana trees kicking off, though.
Dana is loving it this year, dude.
Yeah.
I think there's 10 trees down there.
I was going to say.
It's probably pushing 15 feet tall now.
It's robust.
Yeah.
Looking thicker every time.
Yeah. It's every day. Every day I come on here, it's bigger. Yeah, I've been
take over.
Yeah.
I saw like grocers in Asia are starting to like wrap produce in banana leaves as opposed to plastic.
Oh yeah.
Like, they just wrap. I'm like, yeah, it's great.
If you got banana leaves, man, it's perfect.
Freaking use them.
Yeah. I put look over there, Miyagi Garden Phase 2 while you were gone. That was my Sunday.
That's nice. That's sharp.
Yeah. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, you gotta make some plants, man.
My daughter wants me to get a couple of bonsai trees. So I found some. I'm ordering them next week.
If the podcast ever kicks off and gets some money, you know, I'm gonna have a bonsai tree room.
Bonsai room.
Yeah,
dude, I found some bonsai trees on HomeDepot.com for $36. Like Miss Miyagi looking bonsai trees.
The things that I've seen, they're pretty expensive, but like, that's not bad.
No, I found so they're outdoor ones too. And they come in a nice pot, so I'm going to keep them in the pot for a while and put them out there. And I have a Japanese maple in my front yard that's really unhappy right now. It's getting too much sun and it's getting choked out by everything else. So in the fall, I'm moving it. I'm going to put it in that garden. It's going to be sweet.
You'll be way happier.
Yeah.
Nice. I want to get a couple snake plants in the apartment and stuff like that,
Nice.
Don't have a lot of sunlight or direct sunlight, so I can't support,
Gotta do your shady stuff, man. Yeah.
Got some succulents, basically thriving on neglect.
Yeah.
But yeah, just Iceland was amazing in every way. Training was great. BJJ Globetrotters, great organization. Like, they're in a camp in Germany right now.
Man, I want to do one of those camps now, man. Definitely.
Oh, dude, you love it.
Gotta do it.
Everyone's cool. Like, I got to hang out and speak to Gunnar Nelson for a sec. He's very nice. He's very cool. Yeah.
Nice.
I taught some Henzo Gracie passing stuff.
Ooh, fun.
That was great. And
look, Cardinal's back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he lives in the backyard.
They back.
Bang.
Nature.
All the wildlife comes to my yard, man.
Gotta have it.
What little nature you can find around here.
There's surprisingly little nature in Iceland. There's just lambs, ponies, obviously fish and shit. The marine life is
fish and freaking penguins.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man.
But in terms of terrestrial creatures, there's not much. Just
too cold.
Snakes. Yeah, there's nothing like that. Or squirrels. Didn't see a single squirrel. There aren't very many like trees. There's
Oh,
a
wow.
lot of just brush and moss and shit like that, and like lava rock.
Like permafrost kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I gotcha.
Yeah, it was great.
Do you feel refreshed?
Yeah.
Was it a good traincation?
Exactly. That's kind of just what you need.
Yeah.
Go, roll, do what you want, and do it in a cool ass place. So like, definitely recommend either like finding a gym somewhere cool and going to it, or finding a camp, something like that. It was definitely refreshing.
That's cool.
Because it's hard to tell sometimes. Like, it's like it's so wrapped up doing stuff here, and I can't tell. Sometimes I get like can't check in again. Because I'm like just like in the
Yeah, you're just kind of
hurricane. So you just do it, but then like you get out of it, and then it kind of resets the system.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad it was nice for you.
Yeah. It's good.
But so today we're getting. I wanted to finally do the strength conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been meaning to talk about that forever.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, you've got a competition coming up, and if we get a second at some time this week, and I got a few things I need to show you.
Yeah.
That will help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like Pittsburgh is off the chart though. They already picked their card and shit. So,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you
Sad
didn't.
about that.
Oh, you didn't get on?
Nah.
Oh,
I mean, there's no
bastards.
draw for me in Pittsburgh.
There's no draw.
That's why
Nobody
like,
wants none in Pittsburgh.
I know. That's like I think 1 or 2 Ohio people got on, like just based on matchup stuff.
Oh, I gotcha. Wow, Fight to Win's getting serious, man.
Yeah. I mean,
that's
it's
awesome.
tough, but yeah, it's great. Like it's just now you want to come back to Columbus, so. But there's a Grappling Industries at the end of August that I want to do. So yeah.
Oh, good. All right. Well, we'll get after it.
Yeah.
All my new stuff is locked in.
Yeah. Good
So,
to go. Sweet.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, let's get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Strength and condition.
So what'd you do? Like, you just up in Iceland, you just did jiu-jitsu? Did you see any kind of other training that they did?
Not particularly. Like we didn't get the chance to kind of hang out and see like strength classes, but I was like talking to one of the natives, and he was like, I was like, oh, I saw like some of your CrossFit facilities. Like, oh no, it's not CrossFit. Like very specific, very specific, not into CrossFit. I'm like, yeah, I get that, whatever. But he's like, just call it like Viking Conditioning. So it's just it's just a lot of kettlebells and fucking heaviest. They're all every native Icelander was freaking huge. Like
They're
fucking
just giant.
Yeah, like and obviously very strong and athletic, and like they're with it. They're tough to grapple for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Got to be on point.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're just naturally, like the landscape there makes them naturally strong freaking people. Everything's uphill or both ways and heavy and this and that. So like they're just strong motherfuckers. But I didn't really get to see specifically like any like strength and conditioning they did or anything. But you knew it was good before they just had some good steroids. Whatever.
Once they grab a hold of you, it's just cold,
like,
man.
God
Cold
damn,
makes you strong. Cold and hills, that'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't necessarily get to notice or witness anything too different.
I got you.
But I mean, the landscape would make it pretty sweet to do stuff in.
Yeah.
Pushing cars up mountains and shit.
Lifting big rocks.
Yeah.
But
yeah, like so strength. Like you started helping me out with strength and conditioning like 2 years ago now.
Yeah, it's been a couple years now, hasn't it?
The first Fight to Win thing, and then
that
was where we like hacked my nervous system to.
That was funny.
6 minutes or whatever it was.
Who does 3 Tabatas on a murder bike in a week?
Yeah,
Cheney did.
Yeah, rough. That was a rough life.
But
I felt great. At the time, then I dumped after that because we designed that.
I told you would. I told you. I
dumped
was
off
like,
for a
make sure you got nothing to do because you're going to just die.
Yeah, and I did. Then the second one, we had a little more time, a little more notice, a little more access, and
that one was a masterpiece. I feel like you were in too good a shape.
yeah, I was almost like I was buzzing too much. I was just like a strategic thing where I needed to dial my shit in a little more. But yeah, my energy levels and shit were through the roof. I could have gone like 10 matches probably.
Yeah, that was a good one. But like now we got you evened out. So that's why I was hoping you were getting on that Fight to Win card in Pittsburgh.
I know, yeah.
Because I want to see it.
Yeah, I know, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
But like the last tournament, like that was like the Arnold or whatever. Like felt great during that. Like I was very even and fluid and mobile. I wasn't stuck anywhere.
Yeah.
That was where I'd reach point points in matches where I was like physically like stuck somewhere, like I'd catch a hitch in my rhythm or something like that. So kind of evened a lot of those out.
Nice. Well, I mean, the things we talk about as far as use of strength and conditioning work is, one, it takes away nerves. It's a security blanket. If you're not going to get tired, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah. And if you don't have the fear of getting tired.
Yeah, there's no fear of getting tired, so like it opens you up a lot.
Yep.
And then the other thing is just stability through all ranges of motion, which is then you don't lose your rhythm. You don't get stuck anywhere. You know, and that's like, as for me, those are my baselines. That's what I'm going for.
Teaches you to manage your own space within space. Like, you know what I mean? It teaches you to manage your body within space. So like, which is what you have to be doing in jiu-jitsu pretty much all the time. Other sports, you can get away with like a single output or a single whatever, you know, or a single motion or something. But you might have to be doing 10 different things on each plane when you're in jiu-jitsu. Like, so that's where the connection comes in.
Yeah. And everything being solid, then you can connect.
Yep.
And then connect to the other person and still be able to move yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I think people need to put more faith into before they put themselves under like a load or something. You know what I mean? Like before they throw themselves under a heavy bar or something. Like you got to be able to move and understand your movement, but with without any restrictions before you start limiting and stuff like that.
That's a lot of body awareness.
Yeah.
And it's also a lot of understanding planes of motion. So if you got your sagittal plane, your frontal plane, and your transverse plane.
Go ahead and explain to everyone what that is.
All right, sagittal oh man, I don't know how to explain this in words. Sagittal suture that goes down the center of your skull and splits you in half.
Chopping a sword.
Yeah, like split you in half. So that's all front movement. So like if you lift your leg up and do a front kick, or you reach your arm forward, that's sagittal plane. And then frontal plane is all your side stuff.
Right.
So you put your arms out to your side and go up and down. That's going to be your frontal plane movement. Transverse plane is just twisting. Rotation. But if you can't if a joint can't accomplish a range of motion in the plane it's supposed to, you will compensate with another plane. So like if you can't bend down and your ankle can't bend properly, your knee's going to flare out, your ankle's going to go sideways, your hip's going to kick to the side, so you can accomplish that motion completely within the plane, but you're going to use all these other bits to do it, and that's where injuries come from.
Right.
That's where shear motions come in, because the joint moves in a way it's not supposed to, and then it tears in something bad. And so that's with strength through all ranges of motion. It's just stability through ranges of motion, so you don't have to compensate at all. And that's what that's one of the main things I'm always going for, is because injuries suck. Okay. And trying to prevent that.
But that teaches people to move efficiently.
Well, having efficient movement, but then knowing the difference. There's a certain amount of body awareness. Like, like one of my bone spurs came back in my left hip. Well, one of the reasons it came back is because I didn't know what normal was supposed to feel like until like 5 years in. It was probably, maybe 3 or 4 after that surgery I started figuring it out. But I had no reference point, and I didn't know how to get it. And so I brought that thing back. And like, now I got to convince my doctor to do another surgery. She may or may not do. It's not that bad. It really isn't. Like, I only notice it in like really 1 or 2 things that I do. But
would like the off time be worth it, you think?
Yeah, because this time would be easy. It would be a lot easier. I mean, last time it was the worst bone spurs you'd ever seen, the worst hip you'd ever seen that was still savable. And now it's 1 bone spur. Like, you're talking maybe 3 months. Like, last time it was a year of 10 months of straight up rehab. And it was a good 1.5 years before I even felt remotely normal. But that was 2 back-to-back hip surgeries, and they were nasty.
And this
won't be easy.
From years of kicking people in the face and just
being injuries and being taped together and ignoring the injuries and getting kicked and hit and just everything being out of place. Like, I don't have that anymore.
You don't have that. Not every day anyway,
No, I'll never have that again, dude. Not like that. I mean,
anymore.
I don't know. I mean, there's not an opportunity for it either.
Right.
There's
not one that's worth it.
Yeah, there's no reason. Maybe, just maybe, karate combat calls. I'd be like, okay, I'll do some karate.
Strap me.
I know how to punch people in the face. I won't tell anyone.
We'll do it.
Taekwondo is a guaranteed I can't punch me in the face thing. Well,
reel them in.
Yeah, I'll reel them in. It's cool. You don't have to know I box. It's fine. But you know, that's yeah, I like what I'm doing. All honestly, I want my 90-90 position back. I can't do one very well with my left leg out.
Yeah.
But if the foot points out and you're doing the 90-90,
not working.
It's
well.
hard.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a little weird. Like you can kind of do it, kind of not.
Not.
Like, and that's where I notice it. But other than that, I can kind of prevent it.
Yeah.
And it freaks my doctor out because I tell him all this. He's like, "Yeah, your body awareness is dumb." I'm like, people don't notice this stuff. Like,
this is all I think about.
Yeah. I mean, how do you not just think about it? But proper strength and conditioning comes to mind.
Yep.
Of one of the reasons why I have the body awareness is because I'm always trying to move efficiently, and if my training reflects that, then you find your weak points.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of that simple.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like with the whole feet thing, like I've kind of introduced you to foot strength.
Save everything.
And like, yeah, it's funny once your feet start getting right, like
Everything
your
else
whole
is
body
snapping.
lines up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts. And you know, just doing the pipes.
I do that, like, you know, a couple times a week or whatever, and just now people are like asking me what it is. Like, two years in. I do it like almost every week at some point. People are always there and like whatever, and just now people are like, what is that? They thought I was just fucking around, you know?
That's hilarious.
It's
Because
funny.
I've been doing that for at least 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. People are now just looking at it.
Yeah. Well, like, they just thought I was like fucking around, like just balancing stuff to do whatever. I'm like, no.
Like, no.
That shit cranked my feet back in so well.
Yeah. But yeah, those are cool. That's my stuff. Any sports science lab stuff. And I mean, what little I know about the conjugate method has always helped. And I need to learn more. But that's sort of the other end of the scale, how to lift ridiculously heavy weights and still be athletic and healthy.
Right.
Whereas sports science lab is just like almost no weight.
And snappy and
it's
fast.
all snappy and fast and flowy. And then recently with the strength training for grapplers.
Yeah.
I got from BJJ Fanatics of Travis Stevens' coach, which I need to remember this dude's name. I keep just saying it. But that's been some really cool shit because that's all just like joint range of motion and mobility.
And that was stuff I always like needed the most, you know, like coming up and like kind of just like weird. I had really good strength conditioning and I had really bad strength conditioning, so like having
kind of had both
access to both and like picking and choosing which ones were decent for me, like almost 9 times out of 10 it's going to be the more functional, like dynamic
but
thing.
this mobility stuff I wish I had 20 years ago,
right?
Because I knew some of it I get, but it's packaged in a way that is unbelievable. That's what that's what I'm getting ready to show you.
The groupings of it,
and
to get together this week.
And he's put it into a format for a specific purpose.
Yeah.
It's not just like I don't have to learn stuff and then rework it for what I need.
Yeah.
It automatically
fits.
He already did that. And that's one of probably the first time I've ever learned any strength conditioning that has been instantly applicable without me having to tweak it.
To tool it in,
To have to take it and pull it back in and be like, all right, how do I apply this to what I'm doing?
Right.
And have to rework it and reinvent it myself. Like, nah, straight up. Like, he's like, this is for grapplers. So I automatically just plug it into my grappling, and then it goes into everything else.
Yep.
But that's been some good stuff. It helped my neck a lot, actually, where my neck has always been a little bit janky.
Brooke is doing like a bunch of like neck stability stuff right now with a chiropractor, and like a lot of people that Endeavor work with this dude, and he's the bomb.com. She's already like experiencing better things with it, like headache relief and shit like that.
Dude, getting your neck on point, man. Yeah. I used to go to a chiropractor, but he retired. Yeah. So I've never gotten a new one.
Yeah.
But I have a
retire with Anna. You don't go on to other teachers.
That's one of those things, man. He's just a feel for people. There were a couple chiropractors that were at this spot that I just like we knew each other, like just they knew what to do, you know, that kind of thing. And
they
just
had your coffee ready for you, you know.
Yeah,
it's ready.
You get used to it. And like I don't want to go through that. I don't have to meet a new person.
Yeah.
Because me meeting a medical professional is a freaking nightmare.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because I know just enough to be annoying. I know more than you think, but I'm also really odd. like physiologically I'm very strange. I'm so
you've analyzed it yourself, so just be like, oh yeah, I think this is this, and they're probably like, yeah, it's probably fucking right, but like,
but then I heal in ways that people don't expect.
Yeah.
I stick to protocols for things like exactly no one ever expects that. It gets weird. So I have a masseuse now that does acupuncture, and she's amazing, and yeah,
clean you up.
it's working. That's working out. But I don't know. Back to the strength conditioning work. What have you been doing lately? It's like I'm all regimented, but I got time.
Yeah, like I haven't been as regimented lately, but I always do like my like foot stuff and my shoulder stuff, my neck stuff. Now I'll throw in gymnastics here and there too. Like that's.
I've been doing more gymnastics-oriented bodyweight training lately.
I'll do like
That's
a lot
been
of
really
like,
nice.
Kind of like we were talking about, like even just like full extension-y type stuff, and just like full stuff. Like I haven't been, it just hasn't been as regimented. Just because of I've been busy and shit.
Man, we'll get you back on. We just gotta find your pattern.
Yeah. That's the thing. Life pattern change. So I need to find another
Yeah,
one to fit
gotta
that in.
fit that in now. Yeah.
It's all good. That's part of the game too. It's just like
It's a huge part of the game.
fitting it in. Yeah.
There's room for it. There's always room.
Always.
But you just have to sit down and do it. You
Yeah.
gotta figure it out. You gotta sit down and figure out that room.
Like sometimes I'll do that at like 5 a.m. if I can't sleep, and I'll do that, and I'll fucking do gymnastics, or like, because I have mats and shit at my house, it helps, but like, there is time. That's what I'm getting at, but like, there's time to it, even if it's just like 20 to 30 minutes, like the longest bike thing we did, 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Knock it out.
Yeah, then it helped.
Yeah, it was great.
And it was worked. But it's, also like learning how to fit in and not do too much. Realizing that.
So that was that was the shift that we initially made.
Yeah.
Was shifting me into like the recovery aspect of things and like giving me a decent scope there.
Yeah.
Of like where to push, where not to push, where to dial back, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But now it's to the point of like a different scheduling. It's like a schedule thing and like getting that balance and scoped in kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a whole fun bit in itself.
That's the thing. Like I'll take that problem. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'll take busy and whatnot.
As a coach, it's fun to program.
Yeah.
Because you have different amounts of times each day and different things, and so you can kind of plug all these different things in and use that as sort of a undulating like weekly schedule of, your light, medium, heavy, off kind of day thing, which I like to work on that light, medium, heavy, off sort of range.
Yeah.
Of I was taught that a long, long time ago. Coach Reeves taught me that back in the day when I was first learning how to be a strength coach. But he said when he had initially implemented that, I can't remember what college team he was coaching at the time, they went to nationals and got like one medal, and then they implemented that light, medium, heavy, off just ramp throughout the week, and they like took all the medals next year. And it was, and that's some good stuff.
Yeah.
But recovery is another thing we've both really gotten into.
Yeah.
But I don't know, when I started kind of like, I don't know, telling you that stuff, did you already know, or was that kind of new to you?
I knew, but I didn't do it. Like I just 0% did it.
Okay.
So you helped me like actually do it and implement it and like see the benefit of it.
Rhetoric, gotcha. Rest is a weapon.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, more or less. Absolutely.
Phrase it right and it makes it cool.
Yeah. That, but it because I always used to just be like redline basically.
Yeah.
Just
Me too. Yeah.
So just learning to dial that in properly, I think, saved my desire to do anything competitive. Like, 'cause other than that, I didn't want to do it. My body didn't feel good. Like, it never felt good. But like, it helps you structure other training too. Like, prior to that, I wasn't rolling that much. Like now, I'll fit in like rolling times, and, like drilling times, like different things too that way. So it kind of gives you a different structure. Like, say you want to drill light, and then you want to do some drill like matches, and then like say like you roll really heavy or something like that. Oh god!
What the heck? Only in my neighborhood, man.
Got that wood chipper.
I have no idea what's going on. On the upside, last time this happened, it actually didn't pick up too much on the mic.
Probably won't.
So it wasn't too bad. You know what picks up though? Is planes.
Oh yeah?
Planes are super loud.
Bastards.
It's really funny. But
Yeah, that's funny.
I don't know, like when you started incorporating ideas of not just rest time, but light days.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of starting
like,
to find that ramp of what light medium heavy really meant.
Yeah. With just like learning what stability was, and like
Well,
that's what helped me dial in the importance for that, and like dial in the priority of that kind of.
okay.
You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. So I'm trying to remember how I explained that to you, but I don't even remember now. Like I always come up with some sort of cool example when I'm like,
well, it's just like
but
a lot of the initial stuff we did relieved so much of like my pain.
yeah.
So I was like, all right, yeah. I was like, this is great. Stability and mobility and full range and this, that.
Yeah.
Great, because that's what. Because like really we talked about like what grappling is all the time, like always forward hunching.
It's always full, yeah.
And always like kind of that, so just kind of cracking that open the other way and evening out on like kind of every direction, you know.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing is working the opposites.
Yeah.
Of what are the primary movements of your sport. Everyone wants to work that motion. You're already working that motion.
And you're doing it
yeah.
over and over.
Stabilize that motion maybe, but do the opposite.
Yeah.
That balances you out.
Yep.
And that's what's going to prevent injury and get rid of pain.
Yeah, I used to have like fucked up hips and feet and this and that, and like just implementing the pipes, for instance, that fixed up tons of just kind of tighten things back up, tune things back up. Mm-hmm. But where it like puts things back where they want to be.
Yeah.
As opposed
instead
to
of,
like
instead of fighting.
Yeah, instead of like freaking just like hurting all of the time, which is what my feet and legs were used to.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny when you get used to pain.
Yeah.
Then it goes away and you're like, you almost miss it for a second.
Yeah, I could almost like barely sit Indian style, or sure, I probably shouldn't say Indian style, or cross.
Crisscross.
Yeah, whatever. You sit
Taylor
like
sits.
Fucking kindergarten style. I can barely do that. Like my hips and knees would hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Now I can like pretzel up and pretty much do whatever.
Pretzel up and you're fine, yeah.
Yeah, feel great.
That's funny.
Yeah. Shoot a BB gun at that guy.
I don't know who it is. Why is it so loud? It just rained. What are you doing in your yard?
It's like, I can get it done.
I guess. I mean, you know, when you have, it's the time is the time, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If this is the time they have, it's the time they have.
Hummingbird up in that tree.
Oh, yeah, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
My parents have a lot of hummingbirds in their backyard.
That we don't have a lot of here. But it's cool to see one. Right when we're in the meat of the conversation.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. Hopefully it works.
But like so yeah, I was just like, I lived in that injury realm, and like just everything hurt. My movement wasn't efficient.
There's honor in the pain, yes.
Yeah, stuff like that. That's just dumb.
Yeah, stupid.
Just don't do that. Like,
no, you should not be in pain all the time.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like learning efficient movement is a really strange thing if you don't have a reference point.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, like, what was that path like for you?
Well, like I'd always worked. I've always had like an interest in that sort of thing, so I've always done it. Like whether it's my own strength conditioning or like my own whatever, I've always, you know, seeked out coaches and this and that. I've had some good coaches that were good trainers and educated and this and that, and then I've had some just ridiculous, you know, absurd coaches that were just like, yeah, do 1,000 heavy cleans and fucking, you know, run a mile and sprint, and it was just, you know, random bullshit just that breaks you down.
Yeah.
So I've done all of it in like that spectrum. But also I just needed something that fit my personality.
I got
you. Know what I mean? Like my mental health aspect, like my anxiety would be like, you gotta fucking train all the time, like, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, we addressed that too.
Right.
I mean, that's part of, I mean, well, just for us as friends, we both identify that way. Mm-hmm. But as a good teacher, like for me, I gotta mold it to the person.
Yeah.
I gotta give it to you in a way you can, you know, take it. Yeah, you gotta be able to pick up what I'm laying down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I kind of like found that niche as far as how I explained it to you. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, like physically, what was the transition for you to go from dysfunctional movement to functional movement and realize that it was better?
Probably like I started noticing again, just like from the first stage was pain elimination, and then it was like certain things were unhitched when I would move.
Oh.
Like I wouldn't stop or tip over because my hips hurt or something like that. I would like say like I would sweep or something. I'd be able to fully extend my hips up and like turn over and like without having to like bend my knees or compensate in any way.
Yeah, so you didn't have to, there go back to the compensation in different planes.
Yeah, so I noticed that like my movement was just more efficient that way. But like on the mat, particularly, not just like I didn't like have any like heavy numbers to go off of or something. It wasn't for that.
I'm not really a numbers guy, so
yeah, that and then my management of like dumps was better.
Oh, cool.
If I noticed like the adrenaline dump sometimes, like in a tournament or whatever, I would notice it. But I would just the recovery from that would be quick. And just like sharper. And just wouldn't affect me. I was very present with it. I wouldn't have to be like, oh no, I can conserve energy now for 2 minutes late. I wouldn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
So it just makes you more present that way.
Yeah.
So then that's where I figured like the blending of, light, medium, heavy, off, and then resting was...
The rest, and then the breath management.
Yeah.
We've gone over certain breathing techniques.
Yep. That helps a lot.
Yeah.
Ton.
Because just the breathing through the straw one that I showed you, where you sat on the step and put your arms around your knees and took some deep breaths through the straw.
Yeah, that's
and to open up your diaphragm.
Really good like anxiety coping thing, because like sometimes I get anxious, like that'll like lock up.
Yeah, and that's
so I have to start like doing all that again to start like kind of expanding it back out.
That was a funny moment because that like blew your freaking mind.
Yeah, that was great. Because I just can remember so many times when I started off training or something and that was locked up, so I like had to breathe in my chest. I just felt like shit, and I was anxious the whole time about that.
Yeah,
so, like clearing that up, cleared up 50% of whatever. So that was nice.
Yeah,
that's
but
the thing. Like a lot of the strength conditioning I had coming up was never focused on like the breath and like focused on. It focused on like the core in the way that it was focused on like, tuck in your belly button and this and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, but they missed a lot of the lies.
And that was very damaging.
Yeah.
Or just limiting, I should say. But
cool.
Just learning that, again, type of stability in my trunk saved me, too. Like, I did, but even before we started working a little bit, like, I did some Olympic lifting, like, breathing workshops and stuff with some of the people at Project Lift and stuff like that. That was really
Fluid
educational.
bolus.
Yeah, that helped my feet a lot, or, like, it helped me identify what you were talking about with, like, my feet and stuff, and breathing and all that. It kind of made those nice connections, too.
It's nice to get it in a lot of different forms.
Yeah, like that was a nice way to do it.
It's the same thing, like, to kind of see the same thing in 5 different ways.
Yeah, and it was like a sport that I'd never done. I wasn't necessarily going to compete in or anything. I wasn't, I was just like just a different experience, same material, different way to look at it, which is what I like to digest stuff in.
Really helps drops in a lot better, I think.
Yeah, I learned a lot of stuff about just keeping, like your center line strong and stuff. That helped with like throws and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
like it
very similar.
Helped with a lot of like rotation stuff. And as like, it was funny, like as even and everything is with like lifting like that, it clicked something in my brain for all of my rotational stuff.
Oh, nice.
Like feeling that locked in one position made me understand how I needed to brake and stuff when I was rotating. It was weird.
Yeah.
Even though there's hopefully zero rotation.
Hopefully zero rotation, yeah. That's all sagittal plane stuff. But
but it made me kind of realize like how locked in, where I needed to be locked in to start creating that rotation with like foot sweeps or something like that. So,
yeah, the timing of the movement into the different positions.
I thought a really interesting yet valuable thing to pull from it.
Heck yeah, man. That's really cool.
So like that's something you wouldn't expect to take from it, but I did. So that's why I would urge anyone to try something else, like try a different sport with your sport in mind. Like, I think that's generally relative. Like rock climbing, you try and do that with some jiu-jitsu, that's probably fucking killer. That's when I want to do that one too. But and just like I've always been entertained with strength and conditioning, and like your strength and conditioning stuff has always been entertaining to me. So like, it's not like you just kill yourself to kill yourself. You know what I mean? Like there's purpose behind all of it. Like there's so many times I've been given programming or whatever, and it's just that was the program. Like that's just what it was.
You just do it.
It wasn't for you, or didn't have anything in particular in mind. Just like be strong or big or whatever.
Yeah.
This is very specific. So.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to be able to make it for you. which is like
Yeah.
why I don't do any sort of classes or go to a gym or anything. As part of that's just my own narcissism nowadays, I guess, because I just like to program for myself. But then again, I like to program for myself. I have the ability to. I have all the equipment and space I could ever want and need.
Yeah, that's.
And I have the knowledge to do it. So I just do it for myself.
That's
Yeah.
yeah. A little bit of education and imagination can go a long way for you, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Things they need to buy all sorts of like fancy new equipment. Like you can do a lot with some your body.
Yeah.
Pretty much most of things that we can do that like we've done, you do without a weight.
It's all you don't need
virtually.
weight. Yeah, virtually all of it. I mean,
it's nice, but like, man.
And you know, weights, you need them, you can get them, but they're not a necessity.
Fuck,
I mean,
get a
hell,
rock. Like,
a
there's
rock,
rocks,
yeah.
There's fucking weights around.
Well,
you figure it out.
A good chin-up bar.
Yeah.
Will
Yeah.
do all kinds of stuff for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, like it just didn't rely on too much aside from you doing your stuff and minding your P's and Q's with it, kind of.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you know what you're trying to accomplish,
That's
like, know the range that you're trying to accomplish it in, like, yeah.
Yeah, kind of know. Yeah, and then just I like the sort of Ninja Turtle aspect of it, of a good ninja uses their environment.
Yeah.
So just look what you have, and then make what you need out of that.
Exactly.
Which
I've always done that.
I think
like,
it's fun.
Yeah, that's fun to me. Like, you know, got a freaking kid, put him on your shoulders. Got a dog, scoop him up real quick.
Kid on your shoulders, that's the best strength training I ever did.
Yeah, for real. Like,
when my niece was little, and I think she's gonna be 25 or 26, like next week, and I used to babysit her in the summer times, and it was like the playground was down school street, up school street, so it's maybe a half mile of. I'd carry her on my shoulders and hop and sing Little Bunny Foo Foo, hopping through the forest, and we'd hop the whole way.
Were banging.
Just boom, 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 and I do that every day, multiple times a day, and then we do the swing, which is basically a kettlebell swing, but with a child sitting in between sitting in your hands.
Yeah.
I did that from the time she was born till she was 12.
Damn.
Like, and they had to pop it. You had to get high, man. I had to get her above my head. And so straight up like kettlebell swings with a constantly growing weight, with a body moving around. You can't drop the kid.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to do it as many times as she wants, because that's my niece.
That's how you do it.
And yeah, like I'm gonna make that joke to her next time I see her.
It's funny.
As but that was, that was some probably like why I'm so freaking strong.
Yeah.
Doing that was when I was 12 when she was born. So.
I remember doing like bear crawls up C deck with someone on my fucking back.
Dude, I used to do called a reptile skill. One day I'll take you down to Athens, show you this like 5 or 6 story outdoor stairwell, and we do head first bear crawl down it. And we called it reptile skill because it was like, I don't know, we thought we were crocodiles or something crawling down the steps.
Doing that thing, yeah.
Get low and go down it. Yeah, that was ridiculous. That was fun, man, because you slip, you die.
Right. You gotta pay attention.
Yeah.
That's how, like, Iceland, like, we got stuck almost on this hillside because it just got steep. Like, before we even realized it, kind of.
Oh, nice.
Like, you kind of zigzag your way up the path, and then you turn around, and you're kind of like fucking almost, and you're like, oh no, like,
oh darn,
that's made a mistake. And like we just weren't like wearing the right shoes to do that type of shit. You know? We
man.
Just managed to find our way up there. Like, we should probably
the cliffs of insanity.
Yeah, I need to go. This is rough.
Oh man.
But just keep it. People like overcomplicate stuff like that. Like, I need 10 machines to do this. Like, there's a rock over there carried up that hill. See how you feel. Like,
pick it up. Yeah.
Like,
get it up there. Well, I mean, a lot of that is can be mental. Sometimes you're going to overcomplicate it because you want a reason to fail that's not you.
Yeah.
And other times you overcomplicate it just because you're afraid.
Right.
Or, what happens if you move to the next level? Then there's expectations at the next level.
Bigger rock, man.
Oh, shit. Like, you kind of have to put all the emotion of it aside and just do it.
Yeah.
And you get better. That's cool. You'll deal with what happens when you get to that better place when you get there.
You'll be equipped then.
Yeah, you'll be equipped. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't imagine it too much what it's like to be anything
other
than what you are right now.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It's like, well, you're not that now, so either turn into that for then or not.
You gotta, once you turn into that, then you'll understand, oh, that's what this is. You know.
Then you'll realize you have a whole new set of vulnerabilities and weird shits.
Yeah, and there's all this new shit to work on. Yes! You know.
That's the thing. You just gotta love the process. Trust the process.
Trust the process.
That is the theme. Which like overall, if you look at the scale of strength and conditioning, you have to trust the process. You're not like.
No, because it's such a gradual thing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like week to week,
victories.
I have tiny victories. I have, you know, especially when I'm in one training phase and I'm doing the same thing every week, I can always compare, you know, Monday's workout to last Monday's workout. Am I better? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely better. But it's imperceptible to someone watching. Yeah. You know, but it's just a little thing to me like, oh, that worked a little better this time. I did more reps that time, or I'm more stable, or you know, like I felt stronger, or even just like I felt stronger as a step.
And that comes with just doing it and recognizing what that means, like recognizing, oh, that's my hip being locked in and doing what it's supposed to be doing. Or, you know.
And it's kind of gradually get there, but you got to keep going. You know, you guys got to be consistent with it and be smart about it.
Yeah, and like. Enjoy the little victories. Don't like be like, oh fuck, it's just this.
Oh no, enjoy them. They're big deals, man.
Yeah, because it'll translate big time later on.
A lot of little bottles make a big bottle, dude. Yep. That's how it works.
100%.
And I don't know, like trust. I remember that first camp we ever did when I was like, I'm gonna give you every neural hack I know, and you're gonna be in shape for an hour. Mm-hmm. And you trusted me. Mm-hmm. And that was a big deal, because like. Yeah. Either like that's a hard thing to do because sometimes people are full of shit.
Right.
And sometimes they're not, but they don't trust you anyway. Yeah. And that was a big step for you and me as a friendship.
So I was like, yeah, let's do it.
But you were like, hell yeah. And then it all worked. Mm-hmm. And you were like, motherfucker.
Yeah, motherfucker.
You weren't kidding.
Yeah. Well, like, I knew because I know enough to pick out bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't have like a supreme education, like you have a degree in it and shit.
Your bullshit filter's pretty good. You've been around.
Yeah, I know when people are fucking with me, so knew you were legit with it, and I'm like, what you were offering was stuff that I wanted to know. So I was like, okay, like these are things that I'm curious about at the very least. That's the thing about me, like I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, might as well try.
Then it fucking worked, and then you give them, it locks in, so cool. But I knew that you knew it. You know, and you had experienced injury and experienced time off and worse than I ever have. So,
and
you would help me avoid that.
Short-term call-ups, man. Right. Like you got to fight tomorrow. Oh hell. Okay. All right, I'm there.
Yeah, that's the thing. That was the first thing too. Was like when that first came out, I was like on a 2 or 3 week notice. So like
it was like
highlight or whatever. Like
and I mean you were just getting back into competition then too.
Yeah, and you're like, all right, we got 21 days. Each day matters.
Every day matters. You have to do this exactly.
Yeah. And I did it on the schedule pretty much, and it worked out real well.
That was a fun schedule to make. I had to like, oh man, that was a few hours of me just staring at a page. Yeah. Just building it in my head, like puzzling it all together, like. Here's the up, here's the down, ramp in, ramp out. Here's your off day, here's a... That was a fun...
Followed it, and that's the thing. Trusted the process, did it, and it worked out.
And I mean, you find that if like find the information yourself and do it for yourself, but that takes a long time. Yeah. But finding a good coach or multiple good coaches that you can trust is a big deal. Streamlines it a lot. But that's a... I don't have any answers on that one. How to find that.
Yeah, that's just a personal thing. Like, it's just a relationship with people thing.
Yeah.
Either you like them or you don't.
Yeah, I mean, go off your gut feeling.
Yeah, like
you
that's
feel
a
cool
thing
about
too,
it.
Like,
do it.
Intuition, like when you're doing strength and conditioning, and like fuck, I can go another one, but I've done all my recommended things. Like some days, maybe you fucking do the extra one, or some days, fucking don't.
Yeah, sometimes do a little less.
Yeah, exactly. Like. Because in the scale of, like, say, your training camp or something, you might be surprised at how that not doing something is going to excel something else and, like, put you in the right frame. Whereas, you missed your fucking landing, now you're overdone or, whatever. There's a lot to it.
Yeah, overtraining is the thing, dude.
With trusting it.
Well, knowing the science, too. one of my go-to signs for overtraining is what my resting heart rate is when I wake up in the morning. If it's noticeably higher and like consistently higher, I'm overtrained.
Yeah.
You gotta take some time off. Oh, me too. I used to live that shit all the time.
Oh, fuck, I feel like, ugh.
You'd wake up like in a panic.
Yeah, you're hot as shit.
Yeah, and be like just sweating.
Yep.
You're like, well, I lost weight, good.
You're like,
all right.
Gotta fight at 6 a.m. Like,
yeah. And like I sleep hot anyway.
Yeah.
And I'd wake up like drenched and be like, fuck yeah.
Dude, yeah.
That's a good sign of overtraining.
Yep.
Calm down. And heart rate variability, which I would love to. I need to get a program that actually like. Because right now I just have my Fitbit and I can look at where my heart rate goes while I sleep and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's, it's kind of all over the place, but it's mostly low.
Yeah.
Which is good because there's variance.
I think there's.
And there's time in between beats. There's cool. Like Joel Jamieson. Joel Jamieson has a really cool one. 8 weeks out.
Strap, and there's a couple other sweet ones, I think.
Yeah, there's some good ones. I need to invest. I need to get a Human makes a strap that actually can measure VO2.
Nice.
And it has a lactate threshold. A good estimation on that as well, without drawing blood. And I'm gonna buy that here pretty soon, and I think I can hook an HRV up to that.
That's crazy.
Then I can get really nuts. Whatever that was.
That was a freaking cicada or something. That's nuts.
Probably, or Mothra.
Yeah. No
yeah.
But that's the thing. Like everyone's like, oh, Androids. Like everyone is an Android now. It's attached to their hand. It is like without being plugged into your central nervous system, you're damn close to being a freaking computer.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Like there's a lot of estimations I used to do, and I had like body cues that I have like higher resting heart rate. I do a 10-second heart rate when I got up in the morning. I could tell how I feel when I slept, how sweaty I was when I woke up.
Yep.
I still have all of that, but now I have like my Fitbit tracks my sleep.
Yeah.
Gives me how much you slept, your deep sleep. It gives me the whole thing.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
I don't wear it during the day much. I'll wear it when I sleep though. I map the hell out of that shit.
Yep.
Yeah, it's cool. But
it is cool to have it and just like understand what starts to manipulate things.
Yeah. But it's cool because I don't rely on it too.
Yeah.
I've got all my other baseline stuff that's pre-computer.
Yeah.
And then
all your cues, your body.
Yeah, I got all my actual body cues, and then this just enhances it. So have the body cues first, for sure, and then have your enhancements on top of it. It's like good shoes.
Yeah.
I was trying to explain to my daughter the other day that there are people that can't stand up without shoes on. She's like, what? And then people that can't run, they can't walk, they can't do anything without shoes on. They got to put shoes on. I was like, why? Like, because they wear shoes all the time. She's like, people wear shoes in the house? I'm like, some people do, man. Mr. Rogers wears shoes in the house. She's like
those leather deals that were.
Yeah.
You need a shoehorn to put them bitches.
Yeah,
on.
She's like, dang, he does. Oh, it's horrible. But I was like, now you see why I wanted to be barefoot when you were learning how to walk. I went barefoot all the time. She's like, yeah.
Gotta be barefoot, man.
And it's one of those things like. Being barefoot, it's not some hippie floofy thing. Like it really is just your feet work without shoes.
Yeah.
And if you get them, let them be that way, and then shoes become an enhancement.
Yeah.
They're not a crutch. It's a tool to make you better, not a thing to get you to be able to move.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not the.
So like I lift barefoot most of the time.
Yeah.
The only time I wear shoes is when I'm using my push sled outside.
Yeah. So you don't get cut up or something.
Yeah, at least I don't get cut up. But if I'm doing almost all my training is barefoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because shit. When are you wearing shoes in jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, like never, bro.
I barely wear shoes outside. Like if I'm flopping or nothing.
Yeah, seriously, I hardly ever wear shoes. I got nice shoes though, but I never really wear them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the whole foot and ankle complex is interesting. But Sports Science Lab really got me into that. Thank you, George St. Pierre, for your obsession with feet, which could be weird, but isn't. Yeah.
He's public. That's what.
Yeah. Well, I know. That's how it is. No, BJ Penn started that for me. The Sports Science Lab thing with Marv Marinovich.
Yeah.
So that's all his stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, he invented that machine. All that Marv stuff before he fought Ken Flo, right after George beat him down in the welterweight, and then he was going to go and fight Ken Flo, and he's like, I need the craziest strength and conditioning coach I can find. Who's this guy?
In shape BJ was nuts. Like
in shape BJ, who really wanted to kill people,
was that's another level.
Can you imagine if that dude actually took training seriously from the time he was 19?
Be a killer. He was a killer, but
I mean, he was a killer, but he was a killer, just like a lazy killer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, all his training consisted of was sparring.
Yep.
And that's it. And then he'd go, like, just eat. And just hang out.
Run underwater with rocks and
a handful of times. Like, yeah. But, like, yeah, he did almost nothing and was the best on the planet. And then he discovered proper strength and conditioning and just started to just annihilate people.
Yeah.
Like, if he would have stuck with that, like, that's one of my fun what ifs. But, BJ just got another fight.
No shit.
Yeah, Dana says this is his last fight in the UFC. Win or lose, he is never giving him another fight again.
Good.
He's like, I can't believe I gave him this one. But he texted me and called me every day, multiple times a day for months. I just needed him to stop. So hopefully BJ gets his shit together. But I don't know, man.
He's one of those dudes that, like, you just want him to stop.
Well,
get ahead outside of the octagon.
Yeah, I mean, he's got plenty of money. He just needs something else to do, I think. But at some point, the fight leaves you, man.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. I used to think this is a horrible thing, that this is a sign that I've lost my edge and I should die. But, like,
hardly the case.
I don't really want to fight anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it pops up in my head. Like, I would love to.
Desire.
I would love to throw down on my front lawn occasionally. But then I'm like, why? That's not fun anymore, man. Yeah. Like, who cares? Yeah. It's just an old habit in my head. It's an old pattern. Yeah. It pops up. But it's like, yeah, you gotta get over it.
That's the process in my head. Like, sometimes I feel like, maybe I'll get an MMA fight or something. And then I'm also like, fucking no.
Fuck no, man. Like, no, I've had that bug come back a little bit here and there. Faber came out of retirement.
I know.
And I was like, damn, he's a year older than me. I'd do it. Like, yeah, I probably could.
Yeah.
But, he made...
I mean, a lot of their careers are stretching a little bit longer than they were, Like, some people were done at, like...
But some people just handle it, man.
Yeah.
Well, some people are built for that shit.
Maya, he doesn't take that much
take that much damage. He's smart about his training. Like, his mind is made for it. And so physically he's able to adapt to it.
That's just the only thing with it is crowd pleasure.
Well, that's always going to be...
Really don't know. I mean,
when people don't know, that's a market-to-market thing these days. A lot of people are pleased by a good grappling style nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Which is a shift.
Which is a cool shift, finally. Yeah, people appreciate actual fighting. It's not just, pound each other's faces in.
Yeah.
But, what the hell was I going to say? I lost it. Oh, man, about people just being made for it. But then sometimes it's, just like physically, some people can handle it. But then there's other things, like, there's a lot more going on than just, like, you're born for war kind of shit. But then, like Faber's last fight, he got, he freaking knocked out Ricky Simone. But, so he got a 50 grand bonus. He made $390,000. That's front door. You don't know how much he made back door with, like, sponsorships and shit.
That's some cheddar.
So, if you're going to toss 390 at me, I'll come back right now. Like, right here in the backyard. Let's go.
Show me that cash. Slice cash.
Yeah, holy crap.
Fanny pack.
Yeah, seriously. Give me that Gucci fanny pack. I'll give it to you. But, give it to me. I'll give it to you. Yeah. But, money's the key to end all your woes, man. For that kind of cash, like, at some point you don't want to fight on pride anymore.
Fuck no.
Yeah, it used to be all about it.
Yeah. But then, like, even that wanes a little bit, and you're like, maybe get a little cash money for this shit.
Yeah, at some point you got to start supporting yourself with it. I already went through the poverty and freaking being broke and thoroughly super injured all the time.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah. You made it out to the other side, so establish other things.
So yeah, now time to move forward. Yeah. That's how it goes. Well, we've regressed from strength conditioning into philosophical bitching.
It goes back and forth. Though. It's all the same shit.
It is all the same shit. But yeah, it's almost time for you to go.
Yeah, I gotta teach a class here.
Yeah, but I don't know. Faber's an example of good strength conditioning. Mm-hmm. If you followed his Facebook or Insta, kind of that process, because he'd been hitting at it for a while. And, like, right before he got the fight with Nicky Ryan, where Nicky Ryan won his first MMA fight.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one? Yeah. It was hilarious. Faber knew he was outclassed and had a great game plan for it. I'm going to sit on my feet and slap you. That's what he did. Yeah. And it was awesome. It was really cool because Nicky was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the good is he doing?
He's not grappling.
This is crazy.
It's funny.
But right then, he started getting back in shape, and he sort of chronicled it. And like, he took that shit super serious. And it was that's an example of a guy who uses his resources and is smart about it. Yeah. That was some proper strength training right there.
So yeah, like, I think if fighters like that supplemented more of their training with, like, took their strength and conditioning like that seriously, and like supplemented grappling in with fights, like, or back and forth, or, you know, they do legitimate grappling, and then
that's an idea I've had for years. I look at people, especially within Taekwondo, I kind of did that by accident because I started doing judo as well, and I really fell in love with judo. And judo and stand-up is actually very similar. There's like, you grab a hold of people and there's some pull, but your legs extend all the time. But on the ground, like, I started to develop a guard, and literally just a defensive guard to hold people in place. But pulling everything in like that was the exact opposite of kicking. And it started to balance a lot of things out. So I highly recommend that sort of thing. Is if, like, even just the most basic, if you do a striking art, do jiu-jitsu on the side. Make jiu-jitsu your hobby a couple times a week, and then have full-time training in your striking art. But yeah, you're right. Like, if MMA fighters supplemented more grappling competitions,
that would raise the grappling of MMA all around.
And it would help them physically, because it's so opposite from all the striking and the movement, and
like, brand-wise, it always helps to, like, cross-promote that type of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
well, now with UFC Fight Pass having a bunch of, I mean, what they have at least 3 major grappling competitions there. They got the EBI, they got Polaris, and they got Kasai.
And they have that, like, Submission Underground.
Submission Underground. I was just watching that. Yeah,
they have.
There's a format for you for your brand to go. And it's also just fun to do on the side. You know, and it's an opposite.
And, like, it's a good way for them to compete without having, like, everything on the line for them. You know what I mean? Like,
kind of keeps you sharp there.
A mental thing, as well. But yeah, I always trained, like, Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu, like, hand in hand, like, always. Like, I never really, like, took more time off than the other. I focused on them, but I always trained them in tandem. But yeah, like, I think it's important, just, again, the body awareness to do everything.
And it helps with body awareness too, because you put yourself in a completely unfamiliar format of, if you're a striker and you go to grappling, it's just a mind fuck. You know, if you're a grappler and you go to striking, complete mind fuck. And then you have to it makes you smarter all around.
And that was just something coming up in my mind. I was like, I don't want to just be a grappler or just a striker. I want to be a fighter. Or,
all around fighter.
I want to be a well-rounded.
I'm a warrior.
Exactly. Bullshit.
Hey, when you're young, dream, dude. But that's fun.
But knowing both and understanding both has helped me a lot. So.
And seeing the crossovers. That's fun. Kind of interrelate.
Like, plucking different things from other stuff and implementing and splicing, and then seeing crossovers. And it's cool.
That's fun. See where the principles and the concepts match up. That's the other, I wanted to throw in posture, stance, and technique as far as simple concepts that explain lots of things. We'll get to that another time, I guess. I was watching some John Danaher thing, and that, and we were watching the GSP documentary, Takedown, the DNA of GSP. I own it. It was shot kind of before and during the Nick Diaz fight. But to hear Danaher, like, explain how Nick Diaz uses the word motherfucker, it does not literally mean one who fucks his own mother or has sexual intercourse with his own mother. He's using it to mean human. It's explaining it to George. It's hilarious. But Danaher, back in the day, my wife was losing it. She's like, you guys need to hang out. And I'm like, isn't that why we started the podcast? Cheney said he just wanted to hear us have lunch.
One day.
One day, it's going to happen soon. We're going up. It'll happen. But just from concept standpoints, I dig that. I like, you do that too. You'll have some simple concept things of how to put stuff together, and then let the person figure the details. Here's your goal, here's the idea, fill in, and then you just guide a little. That's a really cool way to learn.
That's the way I like to learn. I think it's fun to learn that way. It just creates a better environment to learn that way. Like,
Yeah.
Just in terms of like people actually taking value and stuff.
It's like an empowerment kind of thing. You can personalize it, and therefore it becomes yours and not following an instruction.
Yeah.
And it allows sort of the self too. If you're talking about inner game of tennis, it allows self too to do its thing.
Yep.
Of your natural way of learning, of how you just sort of, imitate, pick up what you can pick up, experiment with it, and then it sort of comes out.
Yep.
It's not magical, but I can't explain it as not magic.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's magic though.
It's magic. Yeah.
It's just literal life magic.
Yep, life magic. Yeah.
All right,
man. Well, we done. Yeah, you got to get to class.
Yep.
All right, y'all.
Keep your coffee regular.
Peace in, friends.